Okay. That is done because I was terribly offended. The gay and lesbian community came to me with a statute, and I don't know what the statute is in front of me, that said if you're teaching about HIV in school, you also have to teach about heterosexual marriage. I just found that offensive. Do I really think that that bill is going to go anywhere? I don't, but I think that needs to be brought to the attention because I don't think it's the job of public schools to teach heterosexual marriage.
So what would your bill do?
It just gets rid of that line. It's a very simple one-paragraph bill, and again, that's the home and religious.
So you want to take the bright future's money to go attack the marriage?
I just want to get rid of. I want to get rid of one line that says in schools we don't teach heterosexual marriage. That's really all I want to get rid of. It's I've got other bills that are higher priority.
Right.
Let's put it that way. Right. That bill, when you're in the legislature, you do some bills that you really want to pass, and you do other bills that you really want to have messages on. That's a message bill.
What bill are you sponsoring this year that's going to get your party really mad at you, as you tend to do a lot?
The sheriff's bill. The sheriff's bill is a big bill that's going to get my party mad at me, and the bill, the economic stimulus package that I talked about will have a price tag to it, and I think that may anger some people if we're cutting billions of dollars while suddenly giving all this money on the other side. So I think we have a bill.
Do you feel lonely up there sometimes?
That's a good question. I don't feel like I support the Republican point of view being cut. I don't feel I support the Democratic point of view of tax. Right? I think I have this. If I could start my own party tomorrow, I'd call it the Pragmatic Party. Right? One of the things that does bother me, and I haven't focused on it, is the politics. I mean, I did one bill that turned into the most political debate in the country with the early primary. The whole reason I did that bill is because I was sick and tired of Iowa and New Hampshire getting all the attention for 2 years from the candidates, and we need things like a national catastrophic fund, and we need, a better prescription drug plan without a donor hole. We need a repeal of the No Child Left Behind Act, and I felt the only way we get that is if the candidates spent 2 years here campaigning on issues relevant to us. That wasn't done for any candidate. It wasn't done for any political purpose. It was simply done to get Washington to put attention to Florida. So I tend as little as possible to put politics into my thought process. And when you think about campaigns, I mean, one of the things I've learned just from watching other campaigns, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I can do everything perfect and they can still make up whatever they want to make up.
Are you freer than most legislators to be able to do that kind of thing because you don't have to rely on the parties to raise money for your campaign?
I'm free for a couple of reasons. I'm free because of that, but I'm also free because I recognize that elected officials can bring their own vote. They can't bring the other 99.999% that's out there. So if I'm running against someone and they pull out something that says, I've got all the endorsements, that makes me very happy, right? Because I'll go after the other 99% of the people out there. I mean, there's a recognition. Not having grown up in politics, I think I look at things from a point of view of the average person, which is I don't care if the sheriff is partisan issue. Being in this world, and you're as dead in this world as I am, deep in this world as I am, we sometimes have to remember that we're only dealing with a very small percentage, right, that's out there. That I know that I could put my card on eBay and it'd be worth zero, right? I wouldn't get $1 for it. And if as long as we recognize that most of the people are not us, the great majority of them, I can focus on the policy because I don't worry about the election aspect because I don't truly believe that any one elected official is powerful enough to take out any other elected official. And there are exceptions. I think Wexler is an exception to that, which was proven. But Almost none of them. It's not to say I don't have friends, and it's not to say I don't respect the work they do, because I do. There's a lot of good people that are locally elected officials. There's some good people on the county commission. There's some good people on the school board. But I also don't think that they drive elections for other people. They drive their own elections. I don't know. Does that make sense?